What's up, NFL fans? It's NFL Nate back again with our Week 12 picks and predictions. It's Thanksgiving week. We got some really good Thursday games and a good load of Sunday games. So, a good bunch of games. So, let's hop right into it. Last week, we still didn't do that well, going 8-6. Our total record's still pretty good, but I'm really hoping to crack 11 or 12 wins this week. Let's go right into it. There's no buys, so we start with the first Thursday morning game. The Houston Texans are facing the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions just got shut out, and the Texans just beat the Patriots. I think the Texans are heating up a lot. As for the Detroit Lions, they are not playing well. I think Matthew Stafford is able to do a little bit on Thanksgiving, but in the end, Deshaun Watson proves that he is the better quarterback, and they win 27-20. Another Thanksgiving game, we have the Washington football team facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys came off a really good win against the Vikings, but I feel like the Washington football team matches up very well against the Cowboys. The Vikings had no pressure on Andy Dalton, allowing him to throw for a lot of passing yards and touchdowns, but I think the Washington football team's D-line with Montez Sweat and Chase Young gets after Andy Dalton, causes a lot of disruption, and Andy Dalton throws multiple interceptions and gets pressured a lot. They get about 5 sacks, and Alex Smith is able to do enough, and the Washington football team takes control of the NFC East as they win 20-19. And the Thursday night game, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the undefeated Steelers. This game, I don't think it's going to be very close. The Baltimore Ravens already lost J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram because they're on COVID list. But I don't even think Lamar Jackson, he's going to try to carry this team, but the Steelers' defense is just going to shut him down. I think they're going to pick off Lamar Jackson. I think they're going to sack Lamar Jackson multiple times. They're just going to cause havoc for him. He's going to do some magic and be able to put up 20 points, but Ben Roethlisberger will hit a deep ball to Chase Claypool or Juju Smith-Schuster or Deontay Johnson, and they'll just run all over the Ravens. I think Ben Roethlisberger keeps the Steelers undefeated, and they'll win 28-20. The first Sunday game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders facing the Atlanta Falcons. The Raiders came off a tough loss in a shootout, as the Falcons also just got absolutely destroyed. I think the Raiders are clearly the better team. They have the better offense, and they'll be able to put up some points. I think once they gain a pretty big lead, they'll just keep it and run the ball with Josh Jacobs and Devin Booker. As for the Atlanta Falcons, I don't know. Their offense just did not look good. I know the Saints' defense is good, but the Raiders' defense also is pretty good. I think the Raiders win pretty comfortably, 24-15. Next, we have a really good QB matchup. We have two young quarterbacks. The Chargers are facing the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen versus Justin Herbert. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a close game because it's the Chargers game. The Chargers could be playing the Jets or the Chiefs. No matter what, it's going to be a close game. But in the end, I think both these quarterbacks, Herbert and Allen, both throw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And I just don't trust the Chargers coaching. I don't think they're going to be able to close out this game. But I think it's going to be a really good game to watch. The Chargers are going to lose, though, 31-34. Next, we have the New York Giants facing off against the Burrow-less Bengals. This game will really show how much Joe Burrow means to this team. I think Ryan Finley is a severe downgrade. But I think the Bengals put up a fight, but the New York Giants realized that they have a shot at winning the division, which is insane. Daniel Jones will probably throw a pick, but I think the New York Giants will get the job done. They'll win 27-19. Next, we have the AFC South matchup. The Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. This game is a very, very good game. This is for control of the AFC South. I think Derrick Henry will run the ball. He won't be too effective, but he'll be effective in the key moments that they need him to. Ryan Tannehill versus Phillip Rivers. I think they both have pretty good games. But in the end, I think the Titans' offense beats the Colts' defense, and they win. This game could possibly go into overtime. Wouldn't be surprised about that. I think the Titans will win 30-27. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Minnesota Vikings. Both NFC teams not looking so good. Carolina Panthers just came off a really good win. As for the Minnesota Vikings, they just came off a bad loss to the Cowboys. I think the Panthers, that was just a one-time thing against the Detroit Lions. PJ Walker threw 2 interceptions, but this Vikings defense hasn't been doing so well. But I think why the Vikings win is just because of Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's just going to have a day against them, and I think literally they're just going to get carried by Dalvin Cook, and the Vikings will win 28-21. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals facing the New England Patriots. The Cardinals just came off a tough loss against the Seahawks, but I think this is an easy bounce-back game against this Patriots team that's not looking very good. I think the Arizona Cardinals will be able to win this. Kyler Murray will get a score on the ground and a score in the air, and they'll do business in New England and win 31-21. Next, we have a game that I don't think is going to be close, but I don't think Tua is going to play that well. He's good and he's doing good, but he just got benched and he didn't really play that well. I think the Dolphins defense carries them. Tua could have a bounce-back game. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think the Dolphins win pretty comfortably. I mean, it's the New York Jets. They win 27-16. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Browns should easily win this. They should get up pretty early and then just be able to run the ball with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Their defense will just go crazy on Jake Luton. It's not going to be that close. I think the Browns win by 17, 27-10. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints facing the Denver Broncos. The Broncos just came out off a pretty impressive win. Same with the New Orleans Saints. I think Taysom Hill has a day, and he throws for over 200 yards, a touchdown, and a score on the ground, carrying the New Orleans Saints. And the Saints defense is going to play very, very well. They'll win pretty comfortably by 11, 31-20. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers facing the Los Angeles Rams. The 49ers, they came off a bye, and for the Los Angeles Rams, they came off a very impressive Monday night win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Rams are clearly the better team, the better defense, and I think they will get the job done. Jared Goff won't play too well, but he plays good enough to get them the win. They win 27-17. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Bucs aren't looking like themselves. Tom Brady's not looking like himself. I feel like they could win this and they could make it close, but Patrick Mahomes is too much. I think this is a high-scoring game, mainly because the Chiefs' defense won't be able to stop Tom Brady too well. But Patrick Mahomes, he already proved last week he can win shootouts. I think the Chiefs easily win this one. It'll be close, but I think they'll have it under control most of the time. Chiefs will win 35-27. Now we have a Sunday night football matchup. The Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, they're pretty good, and they just came off a loss against the Indianapolis Colts. I think they bounced back against a division opponent that they really want to beat. As for the Chicago Bears, it seems like everything is just downhill spiral since they were 5-1. I think they really need to just reset their offense. Their coaching isn't that good either. I think their offense really needs to get in shape. I don't think they do that much. Maybe they get one touchdown, but the Packers will easily win this one, 28-16. And now for a Monday night game, the Seattle Seahawks at the Philadelphia Eagles. This one should be a pretty good one. I think this is a chance for either Carson Wentz, who's been playing really, really bad, to have a good game, or if they want to even start Jalen Hurts to have a good game. Any Eagles quarterback could have a good game, but if Carson Wentz doesn't play well here, it's not going to be looking so good for them. But I think Russell Wilson is just clearly the better quarterback out of any of the Eagles quarterbacks. He takes care of business, gets a win on Monday Night Football. They win 34-24 pretty easily. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Every subscriber matters to me. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the Super Bowl. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And my next video is going to be Week 12 recap, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys all in the next one. See ya.